Okay guys, I'm going to show you what I do with the straw and chicken droppings. It includes feathers, everything that I sweep up off the floor. I'm going to put some of it on the top of my garden boxes. I think you guys have seen my raised beds. I'll put a little bit on top of there, and then we have a larger compost pile. Excuse the wind. It's like 37 degrees and the wind is blowing, so it's a bit chilly out here. But if you keep busy, you can keep warm. I'll show you a few things what we do, and then I'll shut this off again. Okay, that's what I'm going to do with for my garden beds. I'll take you over and show you our big. Sorry guys, it's the wind. I'll try to make it short. This compost pile is, I'm going to say, 7 feet tall, maybe 15 feet or so around. And when the old farmer cleans out the cattle pens a couple times a year, he piles it here and we just let it break down. We add things throughout the year, and sometimes I'll throw the leftover chicken when I clean out the chicken coop, and a few kitchen scraps. But this has been a really good compost pile for us. I'll give you a shot of the cows we brought home the other day. They're not too far from the house. They're up here on the feed, just doing what they do, eating and laying around. Hi guys, I'm back from dumping out the straw and scattering it. And as I was raking straw, I noticed on the ground there was a huge pile of chicken grain, or the feed. And I don't want to waste it. Definitely not going to throw it back into their feeder because it's mixed with droppings. But I'm going to toss it out on the ground, and that'll give them something to scratch. I think what happened is the feeder, we had a big wind come and it knocked the feeder over and dumped out the grain. I want to clarify when I said this is a working farm, and that our animals have a job, a cow's job or role, whatever. On our farm, we have cows and calves. They raise a calf every year. Our animals are spoiled. Yes, we have favorites and pets and ones that will come right up to us. But we also know that our animals are for feed. Our chickens give us eggs, and the cattle we sell, when we sell our calves, those will grow on to be butchered. Thelma someday, when she grows old and no longer is able to have calves, we'll sell her also. That's part of farm life. I see so many people that refuse to sell their animals because they've made them pets, and they're very expensive to feed. Another thing I want to point out, I'm probably going to get some guff from people, how could I put poop on my gardens? But guys, what do you think organic farming is? So, in my opinion, and my husband's grandfather always said that chicken poop was some of the best. I've heard that rabbits and goats are even better. Just had a chicken come in. I'm hoping she'll squawk for you, because I think she's the one that always has such a fit. But right now she's just worried about what I'm doing. And she sees me sweeping up this grain. So anyway, I'll cut out and I'll come back after I start scattering and putting more straw. Hey guys, this is for you. Listen to that chicken. She is so worked up over me being in here. She's like, get out of here, get out of here. Give me back my straw. I need to lay an egg. Oh, they're funny. They are fun. Hey guys, I've got it all cleaned out. And now I bring in some straw bales. We have wheat. We bale the wheat straw, and that's what I use for my chicken bedding. I put it in the nests, what have you. So all I do is, of course, cut the bales. Yes, I carry a pocket knife. Yes, I'm a redneck farmer's wife. But that's what we do. First thing I do is I always like to put lots of fresh straw in the nests for the chickens. So I get what they call a flake. But I put it in there. Kind of pack it down in, make sure there's plenty of straw so it's warm. They don't sleep in their nests. I have 2 hens that do sleep in the nest, and that's why they're full of poop. But the funny thing with chickens, I can have all these nests here full of straw and ready, and they will only use 2 or 3. And I have seen them line up here on this and wait their turn to get in and lay their egg. So you'll get a whole clutch of eggs sometimes. By the end of the day, back in the day when I had 40 chickens, I could get a dozen eggs in one nest. Not from one hen, but several of them using the same one. So I'm going to finish up scattering this straw. I take the straw and scatter it all over the floor. I like to keep it something for them to scratch in because they're always going to find wheat berries. And it also keeps them warm in the winter. During the summer, I usually scatter 1 straw bale, but in the winter I'll put down 2 because just to kind of keep it a little bit warmer for them. And when we get further into this, I'll share with you some more. Okay guys, after I get the straw scattered, which I need to let you know, you don't have to scatter the straw. I just like to do it because I like the looks of it. The chickens, you could throw big chunks of hay in there and the chickens will scratch it all out for you. I've already got a couple in here already working it over, and I've got some sitting right outside the door waiting to come in. I use diatomaceous earth, and I just scatter it all over my chicken coop and in their food, and it helps with keeping mites and any other bugs down. It's also a natural wormer. That's why I put it in their food. I've got 2 big tubs of chicken feed over here, and I'll dump some in and mix it up. But this helps to keep mites, other bugs, and then a good wormer for the chickens.